sitting. I'm actually going to sit on a block. You can take anything or nothing, just what makes you comfortable, and sit in any way that you feel good. Yeah, if you want to sit, you might like this position where you have one foot on each side and then the two blocks stacked. It's called Virasana. Yeah, maybe I'll sit like that too. All right, guys. So before we get moving, let's just become in touch with our breath. So let your hands rest upon your own body. And as you take the next couple of breaths, just notice the natural way that your body moves. Just a little gentle rise and fall. There's no need to change your breath in any way. But for most of us, when we start to pay attention to the breath, it will naturally slow down a little bit. And when the breath begins to slow down, a lot of times the mental chatter will also slow down. So we're going to add some movement to this. As the exhale happens, let your spine round, let the head bow down. And as the inhale happens, take the whole amount of inhale to move the hands away from the body and create a slight little lift in the chest. And we'll just do that a few times. So on the exhale, the arms curl in, you can kind of bow down and use the whole amount of inhale to expand and open. And just go at whatever pace is your natural breath. And that might change a little throughout the practice. But whatever you're doing, see if you can take up the whole amount of breath to complete the movement. Yeah. So we're going to change this a little bit. Let's use the inhale to expand as we have been. And the exhale to condense as we have been. And then on the next inhale, let's go straight up with the arms. Use the exhale to go to one side, just a little side bend. And the inhale brings us up. And the exhale takes us to side two. Inhale to come up. And just take a few more of these. And there's not a specific way I'll have you do this side bend. Just anything at all. You can even interlace the fingers if you like. And then the next time we come back to center, let's change the pattern. Use the exhale to turn one direction, lower the arms, and just come into a little twist. On the inhale, we'll turn back to center, lifting the arms. And use the exhale to go the second direction. Yeah, so just like before, use the whole amount of inhale to lift. And the whole amount of exhale to turn. And see if you can stay fully present through the whole course of breath and the whole movement. Sometimes it's the middle part that gets a little lost. This next time here from the up position, let's take a few more of these. Just let it curl in. And on the inhale, expand out through the arms, little lift in the chest. And exhale, we curl it back in. Yeah, let's take one more. And this time, let the hands come just somewhere on the legs, maybe close to the knees. And on the inhale, we'll move the chest forward. So it's like our seated cat-cow. Take a couple of those. Yeah. All right, friends. Let's pause here, just coming back to center. And then we'll undo our seat. So whatever you're sitting on, you can dismantle that and just stretch the legs out in front of you for a second. Maybe circling the feet, maybe jiggling the legs. Just take a second to undo. Alrighty. And then we'll reconvene in the all fours position, hands and knees. And if you do need a blanket, let me know for padding. I can just throw that one to you. Yeah, I got a knee. You got it. And then once you're set up in your all fours position, take a moment here to let your spine move. Any way that you'd like. Any way that feels good. And then we'll add some breath to the movement here. Let's pause right in the middle. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, press the rib cage over to the right side and then round up to cat pose. On the inhale, go to the left side and down into your cow. So we make a circle. The exhale is side and up. And the inhale is other side and down. So take that a few more times, just at whatever pace is your breath for the moment. And of course, there'll be some movement in the elbows and the head. Yeah, let's go the other direction. So the inhale is side and down. The exhale is other side and nice work, everybody. Let the movement settle here. Let's widen the knees just a little bit and move back into child's pose. Stay in the position and just for a sec, go onto your fingertips and give the mat just a little scrunch action with the hands. If it feels good to wiggle a little from side to side, you can. And now we'll do another circle variation. So let's set the hands back down, bend the elbows a little. On the inhale, lift the hips and re-straighten the arms. This is our cow pose. On the exhale, round, and then go back to child's pose. Bend the elbows on the way down. So the inhale, we come forward and lift. And the exhale, you round and drop back. Just taking that a few more times. Yeah, can you take the whole amount of inhale to do the forward movement? And the whole amount of exhale to go back. Good. Let's meet the next time we head back to child's pose. Yeah, just take your time. If you just started around, we'll meet back there. Hips towards the heels. They never have to touch. Use the next inhale to rise up onto the shins, lifting the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we come back down. Arms can either go forward again or you can take them back. Your choice. Let's take a few more. So the whole inhale, lift. And the whole exhale to come down. Yeah. Now, if this doesn't feel great on the knees, going up and down, either stick with the cat-cows that we were doing before, or stay on the shins and just do the arms up and down. Yeah. And let's everybody do a round of just the arms. Next time we're in the up position. Inhale brought you up there. Use the exhale just to lower the arms, but stay mostly upright. That's it. Inhale, up we come. Exhale, down we go. We're going to add in some twists. So the inhale takes us up. Let's turn to the right, and on the exhale, let the arms come out and down. Stay on that side. Inhale to come up, face the front. And then the exhale, we go other way. And down. Yeah. So let's just take one more round of these on each side. Letting the breath and the body move together here. Exactly. So this time, let's come down, hands forward on the mat. Tuck your toes under, lift the knees, send yourself up and back to down dog. And it might feel good here for this first one, just to pedal it out a little. You can bend and straighten the knees. You can move the hips. You can turn your head. Take what feels good. Exactly. Right, and let's separate your feet about as wide as the mat. Bend your knees and walk your hands back to the legs. And once you arrive back here, we'll prop up the forearms on the thighs. We're in this standing squat. It's kind of a high squat. Move the pelvis back and move the chest forward. On an inhale, let's turn to the right, lift up through the arm. Use the whole amount of exhale to come back down, forearm on the thigh. The whole inhale to turn other side. And the whole exhale to come back down. Take that a couple more times, just alternating sides. Let the movement move all the way through the fingertips, even the fingernails. Nice job, you guys. Once you're back down again, two arms down, let's press into the feet. Use the whole inhale to lift all the way up. We come. And the exhale, just to release the arms. We'll stand here for a second, soften your knees, and let the whole body be very, almost like you're a big piece of seaweed being moved by the current, by the water. Good, good. And then let's let the movement settle down. Reset your stance so the feet are right underneath your lungs. And we'll have the hands on your body, just like we began. Maybe close the eyes and begin to feel your breath. And feel the movement the breath creates in your body. Yeah. On an exhale, let the knees bend, let your spine round. And on an inhale, lengthen the legs, let the arms separate away from the body. And on the exhale, come back in. Any way they want to gather in is fine. And then on the inhale, again, we expand and open. And take that a few more times. And feel free to experiment. So maybe you take a rotation on the way open. Yeah, or maybe you take a side bend. The feet don't have to stay completely glued. You can do whatever you want with the feet. Let's just take a few more of those, as if your whole body here could take a breath. Yes, friend. Nice job here. Let's take one more. And then we'll just release the arms down alongside you. Exactly, standing in mountain pose. If you're not at the back of the mat, let's make our way to the back of the mat. And widen your feet, not quite mat's width distance, but just a bit wider than you normally stand. The inhale takes us up. And then the exhale, let's come down, forearms to the thighs. Inhale to the right side, we open twist. Exhale to take it down. Second side, just go at your own pace. And then once the hand is down, both hands to the shins. Inhale, stretch the chest forward, lengthen the legs. Exhale down, bend the knees, press into your feet. Inhale all the way up. And the whole exhale to take the arms just down beside you. Let's do that one again. Inhale, we take it up. Exhale down, we come forearms to the thighs. We'll go left side first. Use the whole inhale to open and lengthen the arm. The whole exhale takes you down. Second side, go at your own pace, maybe a little faster or slower than me. Yeah, and then our halfway position. And down we come, little bend, press into the floor, inhale, we rise. And then reset your feet, just normal distance, take a forward fold. Let's move our halfway lift, chest moves forward, and then lower yourself down. Walk the hands forward until we get into plank pose. And then once you get there, lower the knees down, broaden the collarbones, and let the pelvis dip down a little bit. Inhale here. And use the exhale to lift up and back to about halfway to child's pose. So the whole inhale brings us forward, extend through the front of the spine. And the whole exhale takes us back about halfway to child's pose. Just take that a few more times. Yeah. All right, guys, next time we come forward, let's stay. Bend the elbows, come all the way down. Make a little pillow here for your forehead. Just stack the hands and rest the head there. And then from here, on an inhale, keep the head resting. Draw the legs back and lift. And they probably won't go too high. And on the exhale, set them back down. Do that a few times. So just the legs, they'll stay straight or straight-ish. Yeah. And then if it feels all right and just natural here, as the legs lift, lengthen the upper body forward to come up and down. Yeah, so small little Shalabhasana variation. Just going with this pulsation of the breath. And that's it. Next time we come down, keep the forehead resting on the hands, bend the knees, and just let the legs take a little swish, little side to side. Good. All right, yogis, let's release the legs back down. Press yourself up and back into downward facing dog pose. And then we'll do this other little thing here. So let's shift forward to plank. And if you need to have the knees down, that's fine. From here on the inhale, let the pelvis dip a little. And on the exhale, lift the pelvis a little, but not all the way to down dog. It's kind of medium. Inhale is a little dip. And exhale is a little lift. Yeah, I find this to be really, really good core work. The first 2 or 3, no big deal, but after that, it starts to get work. Yeah, good. And then the next time you come up, let's come all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Just hang out here for a moment. If you need to add in some wigglies, absolutely fine. Good. When you're ready, friends, we'll head to the front of the mat. So let's take the feet forward. Slight little bend in the knees. Press into the feet. Use the inhale to rise. And exhale, just to bring the arms down. Let's check in again. So rest a hand on the heart, hand on the belly. Maybe close the eyes. Feel the breath. Feel the movement. Maybe you even feel your own heartbeat. Yes. All right, let the arms come away from the body. We'll stay at the front of the mat here. For the next sequence, you might want your blocks. Just have them handy. And then I'll face you at first, and then I'll spin around. So let's stand with the feet about hips width distance apart. Bend the knees, bring the hips back, and take the hands to prayer. On the next inhale, press into your heels. Take the arms out and up. Take the whole exhale to come back down, chair and prayer. Do a few more of those. So the inhale is an out and up. The exhale, we bring it down. Nice work. One more time. And then we bring it down. Let's reset hands to shins. Inhale is a half lift. Exhale, we come down. Take the blocks if you need them. Let's step the right leg back here, knee down, and you might also want the blanket. Yeah, we'll be here for a little bit. So in this position, use the inhale. Move the chest forward, lengthening the front of the spine. And on the exhale, just back off a little from that and let the hips shift back, but not too far. So the inhale is a shift forward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, we back off and let the hips shift back. So take that a few more times. And then just very, very gradually, every time you go back, you might go a little further back, maybe going a little straighter in the front leg. Just easing into the hamstring stretch. Yeah, can you coordinate? So the spine, the legs, the breath all work together here. right, let's pause the next time the front knee is bent. And then from here on an inhale, raise the arms up. And use the exhale just to let the arms come down. Simple as that. A few more times. Inhale, it's an up. And exhale, it's a down. I'm going to change it here. The inhale, we take it up. On the exhale, turn the chest left. Let the arms separate, coming into this open arm twist. Inhale, back up to the center. Let's go the same direction, left side, 2 more times. Yeah. Nice work, yogis. Once you take arms up again, let's come forward and down, hands to the floor, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. And then we'll bend the back knee, keeping it off the floor and go a little straighter in the front leg. If you want to go on the heel, you can. I'm going to keep sole of the foot down. And just take a little gentle tail wag, just a little shift from side to side. Exactly. All right. And then let's pause here, rebend the front knee. And if you are on the blocks, let's move them out of the way. Hands to the floor, we'll step back to plank pose. Inhale to stay in the position. Use the whole exhale to go up and back, downward dog. And the whole inhale to come forward back into our plank pose. So this is a little larger movement than we did last time. If you're finding you'd rather do the knees down variation, absolutely fine. Yeah, good. Next time we come forward, let's stay. Lower the knees down, bend the elbows, come all the way down. Let's keep the hands right by the lower side ribs. Lift the front of the shoulders here away from the floor and point back through the elbows. Use the inhale. Without moving the hands, try to pull them back as you draw the chest forward. And the exhale, just back off a little bit. So do that a few more times. Baby, teeny tiny cobra. Cobrita. Nice work, you guys. Next time we come back down, let's redo the hand, the headrest. So forehead rests on the stacked hands. Give your hips a little wiggle, just a little side to side there. Yeah. And then when you're ready, we'll press back into downward facing dog. Take your time, no rush. This is really just a transition. And then from your down dog, let's come to the front of the mat. So feet to the hands. Press into the feet. Use the whole inhale to lift. And the whole exhale, let's take the hands to the body again. Maybe close the eyes. Just reconnect. Feel your breath. Feel your body move as you breathe. Yeah. All right, let the eyes blink open. And let's reset into this chair position again. So the knees bend, hips shift back a little, hands come to prayer. Press into the heels. Inhale, out and up come the arms. We lift. Take the whole exhale to come back down again. And the whole inhale to rise. You got it. Just a few more of those. All right, yogis, let's pause the next time we come down. Hands come to the shins. We'll take our halfway lift. And then down we come, blocks if you need them. Left leg steps back and we'll step the knee down onto the floor or onto a blanket. Yeah. On an inhale, move the front of the spine forward, lengthen. On an exhale, shift back, but just go a tiny bit at first. And then on the inhale, re-lengthen again. And on the exhale, maybe just a little further back. Yeah? So let this be a very gradual process. We don't get to the straight leg until maybe round 5 or so. Just go whatever pace is right for you in your own breath. Nice job, yogis. We're going to meet next time the front knee bends. And if you need to shorten your stance a little bit, you might. Use the inhale to lift the arms up. And the exhale just to lower the arms, keeping everything else the same. Now let's do that one more time. Yeah, we're going to change into the twists. So the inhale takes us up. That's it. And then the exhale, we turn right and lower. The inhale, we lift back again the center. And let's go the same direction a couple more times. Yeah. All right, yogis. From here, let's release the arms. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. And then go straight in the front leg, bend the back knee. And just take a little side to side for a moment. Nice. Let's reset. Bend the front knee. Move the blocks if you're on them. And then we'll take our dog plank dog option instead to do the knees down, the forward and back. Or you could do the little plank dips that we did before. So you choose. Inhale it forward and exhale it back. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, nice. All right, everybody, let's meet in the forward position. We'll lower all the way down to the belly. Just take your time to get there. Take a little rest for a second. Maybe add in a little wobble if that feels good. Yeah. All right. And then let's lengthen the legs back and down. Take the arms back alongside you at first. Have the backs of the hands to the floor just at first. And then let's lift the front of the shoulders away from the floor, broadening your collarbones, and lower a little bit. Now let's do these on the inhale. So the inhale, we broaden, little lift, and exhale, just come down a bit. Now let's add on, if you want to lift the arms and the legs, you can. If not, keep it small. Now you might notice the breath becomes shorter when we're laying on the belly. Totally normal. You're just a little compressed in this position. But still see if you can go with whatever pace your breath is. The whole inhale to lift, and the whole exhale. Good. All right, guys, the next time we lift, let's reset the arms, hands under the shoulders, lower the legs. Press back, just take a brief child's pose, hips back towards the heels. You could be still, or you could add in a little wiggle from side to side if you like. I always like nice. All right, friends, let's head into our downward facing dog pose. Take your time to get there. And then from your dog, we'll meet in a standing forward fold. Maybe the feet come forward, maybe the hands go back, maybe a little of each. Root down and use the whole inhale, lift. And the whole exhale just to set the arms down alongside you. Nice job. Let's take another check-in. Hands rest on the body. Notice the movement that happens as you breathe. Yeah. Great. And then let's let the arms release down. The next sequence, we'll come to the front of the mat, and I'm just going to turn around so that I don't have my back to you when we get to the next thing. Here we are at the front, and let's take another round of chair pose, but we'll do something slightly different with the arms. Come to the front of the mat, yeah. I changed what's the front of my mat. Inhale, we take it up. And then exhale, bend the elbows and bend the knees. It's chair with the cactus arms. Inhale, up we come, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, down we go, bend the elbows, bend the knees. Nice work. Take that one more time. And then down. Stay down, hands to the shins. Inhale into the halfway lift position. Exhale, down we come. Step the right leg back and just take a second to get into this lunge. This time we'll keep the back knee off the floor. Lengthen the front of the chest forward. We'll turn the back heel down to the floor. Take your time here to come up into warrior two. Yes, exactly. And let's add some movement with this, turning the palms up. Inhale, lengthen the front leg and lift the arms overhead. Exhale to rebend and send the arms wide. Do that a few more times, coordinating arms, leg, breath. And maybe your head follows the left arm. Nice job, friends. Let's pause the next time the arms are out wide. We'll change our position a little bit. So let the arms curl into the body. Let the head bow down. And then on the inhale, re-lengthen, straighten the front leg, stretch the arms away from the body. On the exhale, come back in, and if it feels okay to bend the back knee as well, you can. If that's too awkward, just do the front. So the inhale, we lengthen and expand. And the exhale, we come back in. Yeah, do that a few more times. Yeah, so the arms have a further distance to cover than the legs. They'll have to move a little quicker than the legs. Nice job. All right, let's do last one here. And then we'll land in a classic warrior two. So the front knee bends, arms are stretched wide. That's it. And then we'll shift forward, left forearm to left thigh. Take the right arm, little slice down, and then out on the diagonal, your side angle pose. Let's do some dynamic movement here as well. So the inhale, we come up, straighten the front leg, lift the front arm. And then on the exhale, rebend, and let's go down with the back arm and out on the diagonal. That's it. So inhale, we come up. And exhale, we go back down. Nice job. A few more of those. I forgot the pattern I told you. That's it. Let's pause the next time the front knee is bent. And we'll get out of this. Look down at the floor, release the arms, turn the back heel up. And then let's step back into our plank pose. I'm going to do the little plank dip, so you could join me with that, or you could do a different version. Inhale, dip down, and exhale, lift up. If you wanted to do a full dog plank dog, you could, or do the knees down, that up dog in a child's pose. Nice job, guys. Next time we come forward, let's stay. Put the knees down, bend the elbows, come all the way down. Let's rest the head again. Just take a little break, add in a little wobble if you like. And let's take a little detour here before we come up again. Bend up the right knee, and if you can reach the ankle, take it. Yeah, just a gentle quad stretch. Great. Let's release and change to side two, bending the left knee, holding onto the ankle here. Great. And then down comes the legs, stay on the belly, just got a little wiggle. Okay, we'll head back into downward facing dog. And then from your downward dog, let's come to the front of the mat, feet to the hands. Press into the feet, use the inhale to rise. And exhale just to set the arms down. Yeah. You'll stay at the front of the mat. I'm going to change my front of the mat here. So for side two. And we'll do our chair with the cactus arms again. So let's inhale to rise up. Exhale to bend the knees, bend the elbows, bring the hips back. Inhale, we rise up, grow tall. And exhale, down we come. Yeah, take that one more time up. One more time down, staying down, hands to the shins. Inhale, it's a half lift. Exhale, it's down. Left leg steps back into lunge. Keep the knee off the floor and just take a second to get there. Yeah. And then move the chest forward here. And then we'll turn the back heel down to the floor. Take your time to get into warrior two. Exactly. And let's start with this one. Turning the palms up. Inhale, we lengthen the front leg. Lift both arms. Use the whole exhale to bend and take the arms wide. A couple more times. The inhale is an up. And the exhale is a down. Nice job, guys. Let's do last one. And we'll land with the arms wide in our classic warrior two. Stay here, curl the arms in, bow the head down, and let the back round slightly. Then on the inhale, gradually we unfurl the arms, lengthen the front leg. Exhale, we come back and maybe bend the back knee if that feels okay. If it's super awkward, just do the front. So the inhale, we lengthen and expand. Gorgeous. And the exhale, we come back in. A few more of those. Yeah, it's like the whole body, we're taking a breath. Nice work, yogis. Let's reset back to classic warrior two. So the arms are wide, the front knee bends. Hinge forward, right forearm to thigh, and let the left arm swing down and then up, side angle pose. On the inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the front arm. And then on the exhale, come back into side angle. Any way you want to do it is fine. So the inhale, we come up. And the exhale, we come back down. Yeah. Coordinating the arms, the legs, the breath, the spine. Nice work, yogis. Let's meet in side angle. Look at the floor, release the arms, turn the back heel up, and then let's move the blocks out of the way. Again, yogi's choice. Dog, plank, dog, little dips, knees down, forward and back. You choose. Great. Let's meet this time when we come back. And then we'll all go to child's pose. Lower the knees, send the hips back. Let's rest the forehead either on your own arms or on a block. Whatever works for you. And then just very gently move your forehead from side to side. All right. And then we'll come back to center. If you were on a block, take it out of the way. We'll come up to stand. If you'd like to go via down dog, you could. Not necessary, but just a nice little transition. Yeah. Inhale to grow tall. And then let's curl it in again. Just let the hands rest on your body. Maybe close the eyes. Take another moment just to feel, just to notice your breath, your heartbeat, and the rhythm that your body moves on each breath. Yeah, so we're going to repeat something we've already done with an add-on. As you exhale, let everything curl in. You can open the eyes. And then on the inhale, let the arms move away from the body, straighten the legs. Exhale, we curl it back. Yeah, so this is the basic pattern. Let's go a few more. And if you want to make it more interesting, next time you expand, let the right leg come out somewhere. And then on the exhale, we come back in, stepping the foot down, changing sides. Yeah, now every time the leg lifts, if you'd like, maybe you take it in a different direction. Yeah, it doesn't have to straighten. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Good. Now let this be about movement and breath, even if you go a little more simply instead of the fancy version. Nice job, guys. So let's take a few just with 2 feet on the floor, just to reset. Good. And then next time you come down, step your feet a little apart and just rest the forearms on the thighs. We'll stay here. Maybe add in a little wiggle, a little sway. Nice job. All right. And then let's use the inhale to rise. And the exhale just to release the arms. Yeah. So we'll take one more balance sequence, and this one is just fairly straightforward. If your balance, if you know it's pretty tricky, you could just put your foot on a block and pivot instead of lifting the leg. If balance is fine, you'll lift up, let's lift up the right leg and hold on to it. Yeah, take the left arm out in front with a slight bend in the elbow. And then here we use the whole amount of inhale to open the arm and the leg. And the whole amount of exhale to close back in. Just like that, a few more. Yeah, now if balance is feeling very solid here, if you want to throw yourself off, you can move the head and watch the left arm. Yeah. Nice job, friends. Let's do last one. And then when we come back in, you'll just release the leg. Just pause for a second. All right, on to side 2. Right leg is the base, left leg comes up. We'll hold the right arm like so. And then use the whole inhale to open. And the whole exhale to close. Yeah, a few more of those. That's feeling pretty easy. You can let the head follow the right arm. Yeah, me too. Last one, friends. And then coming back to center, release the leg. Just stand. Let's take a moment. All right. So let's come down onto the floor. We'll take a seat. And I'll show you the position. So we'll have the hands behind you. We'll start here and we'll eventually be coming up to here. So let's be in this position at first. So the feet are on the floor, knees bent. Lean back a little so that you can get the right leg up there. And then let's press into the floor. Try to rock forward onto the sitting bones. And then inhale, lift and lengthen. And on the exhale, don't round the back, but just back off slightly. So the inhale, we press into the floor, we lengthen, we lift. And the exhale, just back it off a little. So take that a few more. Now you can be on any part of the hand. Sometimes the flat hand doesn't feel great, so take what feels good. Yes, tight. Yeah, me too. I used to have super not tight hips. And then I started running and everything's tight all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you too? You runner, yeah. All right, friends, let's pause here. We'll undo, release the legs. Give them a little jiggle with your arms, yeah. And then let's move the wrists and the fingers a little bit. Okay, we got a second side to do. So start kind of long in your position. Left one crosses over. And then rock forward to the sitting bones. Press down into the floor. And on the inhale, we lift the chest, lengthen. And on the exhale, just back off a little. Do that a few more times. Yeah. And my guess is that you'll feel more stretch on the inhales here. Yeah.
That's good.
Awesome. Yeah, I like this version better than the regular pigeon because the alignment, you don't have to try as hard. It just kind of naturally is proper alignment. All right, guys. Let's get out of this. And same thing, just undo the legs. You can wiggle the fingers, you can jiggle the legs. Just take a second. Yeah. All right. And then we'll do a few things to stretch the front of the hips. So let's come down, knees bent, feet on the floor. And have the feet wide, about as wide as the mat. Let's take arms up, just kind of lazily up by your head. These will be slow. So we breathe in. Use the exhale to let the knees go towards the right side. And then the inhale to return to center. So the exhale to go to the left side. And then inhale to center. If you want, next time you go over to the right side, stretch back through the arms and reach forward through the left knee. And then we back off of that to come to center. And then the second side, we reach out through the knee and back through the arms. And inhale to center. Take a few more of those with or without the extra reach. Nice job. And then we'll return back to middle. Reset so your feet are not quite so wide. And let's take the arms out to the side, but slightly down from them. So just a little slope down from the shoulders. And we'll lift the legs off the floor. Personally, I like a block in between the knees. You may or may not want that. So the knees lift up and then drop over to the right side. And we'll just stay here over on the right side. Yeah. Good. Send your breath more into the left side. And think about making space between the hip and the armpit. Yeah. And then from here, let's come back up through the center. And let the knees drop over towards the left side. Good. And then we'll come back up to the center. And we did have the block. Let's take it out. Step the feet down onto the floor and take your hands right at the front of the thighs. And just press straight ahead. Hands into the legs. Just hold the pressure for a second. Yeah. All right. Now I'll offer up here, it's a variation on a pose called Supta Baddha Konasana. You'll want 2 blocks for this one. And you'll set up the blocks on the diagonal. So when the knees go out to the side, you kind of wedge the blocks in and they'll hold the legs up. Turn the other diagonal so they kind of slope in. Yeah, so they're like this. Yeah, hang on. So you'll set it up. Let me just come over there. Take the feet together. That's the problem. So slope the feet together. Exactly. And then the knees drop this one out, and we'll land it just kind of right there. Okay. Yeah. And then you'll sit up the other one. Yeah. And it's meant to feel good. Is it okay? Yeah. As you settle here, just let the belly relax, let the thighs relax, let your face relax. And see if you can tune in one more time, just to your natural breath. Little rise and fall, movement that happens. From here, we'll head into Shavasana. If you'd rather stay in this position for Shavasana, that's fine. If you'd rather take the legs long, just take your time to get there. And of course, feel free to adjust any other props that you might need. Yeah. Once again, notice your breath. And on the exhales, just think about your body dropping a little more downward, giving in to gravity. And on the exhales, imagine the back of the body spreading a little wider across. With every exhale, ask yourself if you can relax even more. Bring your attention back to your body. And now pay attention to the inhales. As you inhale, imagine that you could breathe from the skin, breathing into the outer surface of your body. And maybe on an inhale, you spread out through the fingers, spread out through the toes. Maybe on an inhale, you reach the arms away from the body. Just take a few more breaths. Start to move out of Shavasana. Whenever it feels right to do so, you can bend the knees and roll over to one side. And there from your side, take your time to come back up to sit. Remember, any rush to get there. Once you do arrive, we'll rest the hands on your body, same way we began. Thank your body here for everything that it's able to do. And thank yourself for being here. Namaste.